What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Cryptid Saturdays. And from Bigfoots to dragons, lake monsters to aliens, Iowa has some awesome cryptids. And we're going to go over them today. This is the Cryptid Saturdays, the Cryptids of Iowa. But before we get into the article going over all of the cryptids from this awesome state, please remember to go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all of my social medias, which are going to come up at the end of the video, as well as turn on that notification bell and drop comments down below with any cryptids you would like to hear about from me next, as well as have you guys live in Iowa and have you ever heard of any of these? So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into this article of the Cryptids of Iowa. Like I always like to say, guys, I don't own the rights to these articles. This particular one comes from kcrr.com. Please go over there and show them some love. But we're going to go ahead and go through all this together anyway. So, Okeechobee Lake Monster. You know that one really big lake Iowa has? There's obviously something creepy in there. How could there not be? Per new NWS New West Iowa. Okay. Per newwestiowa.com and an article published in the Vindicator and Republican newspaper from Etherville, a couple had a run-in with a creature in the early 1900s. The paper had this to say: they saw something, or rather saw where something was. They have no idea what it was. It might have been a sea serpent, or it might have been some kind of fish that had grown to unusual and extraordinary size. They were out in the lake in a boat when they noticed a short distance from them a terrible commotion in the water. The thing, whatever it was moving quite rapidly through the water and quite close to the top, and had the appearance of being as large as an overturned skiff. It made waves so large that Mr. Bartlett was really alarmed, fearing they would swap his boat. He does not pretend to know what it was, and declares he would not have believed there was such a creature in the lake had he not seen with his own eyes the commotion made by it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw this out, guys. This was probably some type of a fish, or maybe a log that was kind of blowing or floating against the wind. And if that were the case, it would look like it was going faster than it actually was. And if he like managed to get like stuck around like a bunch of driftwood, that could also be the case. Or maybe just a school of big fish. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. There could be a lake monster in that lake. I mean, I hear it's pretty big, so you never really know. Iowa dragons. Yep, Iowa dragons. You read that right the first time, and no, this isn't the name of the local AAU basketball team that plays at the rec center down the street. Apparently, a few individuals in Burlington have reported sightings of a creature with brown skin, with a long snake-like body and 15-foot bat-like wings. Its head was shaped like a seahorse, and it had a skinny tail flowing behind it. They watched the dragon slither through the air until it flew up high in the sky, according to cryptidfandoms.com. The sightings go back to late 1800s, and the most recent report viewing of these creatures had happened in Independence as recently as 2005. So as recently as 2005, there were dragons in Iowa. I don't think that that was the case. It's probably mistaken identity with some type of a bird, probably a bat, or maybe they just saw something that maybe it was dark and just going off the thing. I don't know, but I really don't think there's actually dragons there. Um, Maybe some type of flying reptile. I don't really know. That could potentially be the case, but I mean, this is Iowa, so Iowa's not exactly known for being hot. So a type of reptile is probably not going to be the case, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. The Van Meter Visitor. So real quick, I'm pretty sure I saw that same picture and it was Mothman. This is the real claim to fame Iowa has in the monster department. So much so that the Des Moines Register and the Discovery Channel's Expedition X revisited the story in recent years. There's also a book capturing the tale. The winged creature has been described as looking like a pterodactyl, and it first appeared in the city in 1903. The city's population was at the time roughly 400 people. So 400 people saw a pterodactyl flying around. You know what the word for it is? Why'd they use a picture of Mothman? According to DailyYonder.com, multiple people reported seeing the nearly 9-foot tall creature. It flew overhead and jumped from rooftop to rooftop at incredible speeds, releasing a horrendous, memory-erasing screech. All the while, it shot bolts of lightning from a horn on its forehead. Bullets, the legend says, didn't hurt it. One of the townspeople, Clarence Dunn, was an eyewitness to the creature's visits, and it took a plaster cast of a three-toed footprint it left behind. I'm wanting to say that was just like some type of a big stork or something, guys. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't think, I mean, then you did still get the three-toed footprints. So I don't know, but I don't think that that was an actual like like pterodactyl of any kind. But like I said, once again, the fun part about this is you never actually know. Like, maybe that was also a long time ago, so it's possible that maybe a long time ago there was some like just relic population of some flying reptile that we just don't know about. So that's always a possibility with these. Lockridge Monster. And here's our Bigfoot for the Bigfoot counter. Here we go. Iowa's version of Bigfoot. The first officially reported sighting of the monster came on October 3rd, 1975. According to PineBarrensInstitute.com, a farmer in Lockridge, Herbert Piefer, saw a four-legged creature stand up on its hind legs. The site explains exactly what Piefer saw. The man stated that he saw a bushy, dark-haired creature that stood nearly 5 feet tall, ran like a man, and had the body shape of a bear and had an ape-like face. This guy probably just saw a bear. If it wasn't a Bigfoot, my guess is a bear. And I know I say bear a lot; it's kind of my MacGuffin, but bears really do kind of hit like all the high points of Bigfoot. So now an ape-like face, though, 1975. He may have just saw an ape. That could also have been it. A lot of people had have like apes as pets, so you never know. After several other strange occurrences, the Pfeiffer family reported what they had seen, and unbeknownst to them, other residents of Lockridge say they'd seen the creature. The site continued. Many hunters in the area reported finding strange-looking tracks along stream edges and on sandbars along Turkey Creek. One even claimed to have been hunting close to the edge of Pfeiffer's property a few weeks prior to the incident when he saw an unknown creature in the field. All right, guys. So those are a few of the cryptids from Iowa. You guys got to let me know what you think. Do you think any of them could have actually been real? Do you think there was actually flying dragons? Do you think the guy actually saw a Bigfoot? Or did he see a bear or something? Out of all of them, I'd say the lake monster is most likely the realest creature that there could have been because it could have just been some kind of a large fish. But all that being said, though, guys, I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So without further ado, guys, I will see you guys next Saturday for Cryptid Saturdays.